Right. Before I start properly, I will probably just grab some calming music today. Yeah, I'm not feeling the music anyway. That'll be fine. Okay. I'm sure that'll be, well, somewhere around here. Okay. And then here's my YouTube chat. Okay, I'm gonna do YouTube today. I don't feel like listening to music. Alright, I'll just be right back. I'm gonna get some coffee. Okay. Right. So today I'm going to be working on my keybinds. Oh my god, this feels like hell. This keybind stuff is, yeah. But I am nearly there. I'm nearly there. Absolutely. I'm nearly there. Okay. So, the first thing to do is, I was nearly there. Hang on, I was nearly there. I got here and then I realized I did everything wrong. I just want to check something though. I want to go to my open user data. I want to look at my keybinds. It looks pretty correct. Yeah, that looks right. I think so. Keep that there. Okay. So now I can go to then we actually set the data and then update the hotkey buttons again. So to do that, key buttons if they get, And this was important, that's why I did all of this. Get copy rebinding name. Oh, it'd be set, wouldn't it? Set. And then new input event. Then we save settings data. Save keybind data. Then I'm gonna like be paranoid. I'm gonna await get tree. Just this is paranoia. Process frame. I'm just gonna await because I'm paranoid about things saving and then not being there in time. It happens all the time. Like it's just a thing that happens all the time. So I just want one frame in between, and then I mean you could send await a signal or something, but that doesn't seem to be reliable and whatever. Or you could make sure that this somehow fired off this. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Initialize keybind buttons. Make sure we clear everything afterwards. And then we want to close this panel. Right? Close this panel. Yeah, I have a feeling it might work. Okay. I'm going to try to rebind. Oh, and I've got this problem now, but that's okay. I can fix that in a second. I'm going to rebind. Ordnance fire action. We're going to click space. I'm going to click G. I'm going to click confirm. And it didn't change. Okay. What if I go back and forward? Oh, save, settings, load? No. Print new input event as text. Unset. 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 Let's see if this works. It did. Ah. That's good. But it needs to... Obviously I need to like... Set keybinds. Oh, set keybinds. Set keybinds. Is that? Okay. Let me think. I was doing reset. Make sure we're in a reset. We do this again. Oh, we want a settings. Create keybinds dictionary. Yeah. Initialize keybind buttons. Okay. Okay. This is hard, but that did work. So I was missing a step here. Well, I guess that goes there. If I load up, it's space. So it's doing it. Sure, it shouldn't be. Sure, it's not like an await issue. await. You know, it may be very possible. Although it doesn't initialize create. Oh, this is already creating the keybinds dictionary here. Oh yeah, I realized that actually. Maybe this isn't an await, yeah. Physics get tree process frame. I don't think this is going to be the problem though. I don't think awaiting is going to solve my problems. Like I'm so close. I'm so close right now. It's actually changing the key. But it's not updating. Here. If I go to my settings, a keybinds dictionary, you go to my ordnance fire action, my key code. See, this is useless to me. This is useless to me. What this represents, this key code. Key code. I guess I could look it up, right? Key code 32. Key code 32 is spacebar. Ooh. Key code 32 is spacebar. Really? Key code 32 is spacebar. Oops. Fuck. I always click that by accident. I need to click that. Keybinds. This is it, isn't it? I think so. No, it'd be this. No, it doesn't sound promising, to be honest. Oh, H. Just out of interest, if I play the game, you know, oh. Can I live update this, do you think? Or will it have a fit? Oh well, let me do it. Right, I'm gonna press space. Hopefully nothing happens. And press H. That's cool. Okay, it does remap the key. It does remap the key. It does remap the key. There's just some sort of issue. Let me think. It remaps the key. That is awesome. Okay. Mate, this shit gets complicated. Oh, is this what I need to be doing this? See, I just don't even think. Like the way I've been doing it. Yeah. I prefer it like this, like it doesn't return. It just does the thing. It just does keybinds dictionary equals this, right? I mean, you could even just do it up there, right? But whatever. And this returns void now. I think I prefer that, since that's how I've been using it. So if that was the problem, I think. So let's try. Yeah. Now I go play the game. May, this is exciting, isn't it? But of course there's one more issue. Oh, didn't work. It didn't work. Shit. I'm gonna before setting the keybinds, I'm gonna await the process frame. Work. Because I set it to G or H, didn't I? Set keybinds. Keybind string and keybinds dictionary. I see. I think I have to create. I feel silly for doing this constantly, but I think I do have to create this. Always do that. Okay. Because it uses that dictionary, right? So it's an L. Oh, I just want this to be over. I should have just done it yesterday, but I was tired. Didn't want to do it. Alright, space does nothing, G does nothing, H does nothing, L fires the missile. Okay. Well done. That's it. It could be cleaner. It could be cleaner, but yeah, that is good. Now the issue right now is that the issue right now is that you can set the same key to be the same key, the same hotkey to be the same hotkey, right? So what we're gonna do is like for loop, and then I need a confirmation box on top of my confirmation box saying, hey, you're about to override this. Is that okay? Ugh. Also, I'm not happy with my confirmation box, by the way. The silly thing when I, like, in the reset, I need to not do that. It's too silly. But I'm, like, moving it. I'm just gonna move that real quick. I mean, it's silly, but it's funny, but yes. It's funny. It was funny the first time, and then I was just annoyed when I actually wanted to use it. So. Yeah. And also this, like, having the giant no button and the little yes button is... Yes, I do. Hello, Specnet. Hello, mate. I'm just doing some keybinds today. I should be finished with it, finally. I haven't been streaming on YouTube for a bit, but because I wanted to listen to music, but I'm here now. I'm here now. Don't panic. Right. How are you doing, Specnet? Are you up to anything? UI looks slick. Thank you. Well, it's not final, but yeah. Yeah. I've decided that I want to go form over function and completely abandon all of like usability and stuff as much as possible, and I want to do like I want to make it look good before like being well, it needs to be functional, right? But I also want it to be like, I want it to be unusual and unique. I don't want it to look the exact same as every other UI in every other game, you know? So if I do some special animations, some weird like movement, some strange buttons, I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet, but like, and like I was thinking about this, I was like, what's the point of being indie dev, right? If you're just gonna do exactly what the AAA people do. Learning a new approach to portraits. I'm not sure I like it. Creates too smooth a look and clashes with my set way of portrait creation. Let's have a look. Did you post it on Discord? Not yet. Did you post it on Kara? I'm always encouraging you to use Kara, but you never use it, right? Damn. Oh yeah. I decided that, you know, on Kara, I'm just gonna follow anybody. I like their look of their art, I'm just gonna follow you. If I like the look of your art, I'm just gonna follow. And then I'll curate as I go to make sure my feed is like good. Like if you like my posts and I like your art, I will follow, you know? I followed this. I think this looks cool. This especially, this looks really good. It feels so safe, like having having a platform where you know there isn't going to be any AI slop, it just feels safety. This is still the value stage as my instructor did it. Mate, I gotta go through that book. Those colours are beautiful. For like multiple pieces of the same artist, then I follow. But I want to like set it up so that I have only followers actually. And then I can curate a little bit. Like if I realize I followed someone who I don't like I just realized that this shit is like advertising to me. And why is it repeating? It's broken. Like, do I want this fairy? Do I want this fairy? Shit. Not really. It looks cool. It does look good, but I'm not sure I want the fairy shit. Found another bug? Really? Mate. Color and light. The guide for the realistic painter. Holy shit. Holy shit. Mate, you gotta sit down and do the work, haven't you? True. I'll save this one too.
How's it?
Did you hear that? I don't know. Good. I will save this book, I suppose. I haven't even looked through the... Oh shit. This is cubism. This is what the thing I was looking at. Oh shit. Alright. I'm not sure. Also, I'm not sure about what I did to my male character who doesn't have a name. Or my female... I like what I did to my female character who doesn't have a name. But I'm not sure about what I did to my male character. I might get rid of these weird strap things. I'm not sure. I just had to do something to make them look like they came from the same universe. Maybe I should have put a lot more strap things down here instead. And kept the shirt the way it was. I might go back and do that. But ultimately it doesn't matter too much because I've got like a bunch more portraits to do and I should just move on. I can always change it later. You like the straps? Not sure about the shirt. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm not sure about it. I don't think it looks good. But I should probably move on. Correct the rest of the characters. Well, no, I think I'm going to do the poster next. I am going to do the poster. I didn't even notice you mentioned it. Oh, there you go. I'm going to do the poster. I've been going through every single 80s movie. every single 80s movie in the 80s. Not every single one, every sci-fi movie in the 80s. I wanted to get inspiration. Oh. Do I think anything? Do I have any opinions? I don't know if I have an opinion. I think it looks good. I'm not sure. Well, what was the other art like? Are we comparing it to this? What did you say? Let me have a look. Learning a new approach to Spaceship. Not sure if I like it. Creates a smooth and look. Clashes with my way set way of portrait creation. I guess some sharper shadows would be nice, but you can always do that. Do you mean the lack of texture? You used the brush, but you didn't. It wasn't a textured brush. Is that what you mean? And you didn't have, because on these you don't have a texture as well. It hurts your hand. Yeah, what my problem. On this one you have like this texture on the background, which I think is your program doing that, right? Which is cool. Makes it look real, doesn't it? I also been thinking about like real art, you know, like actually painting with paint, all of them. Like, if you actually paint with paint and you sell paintings, that's the only way we're gonna be making money in the future. If you're an artist, right? So it's weird how it's gone back. Because of AI, let's say AI is successful for some reason. Then suddenly it's like, okay, we were like, physical painting was out for a while, and now suddenly AI is here, so now digital painting becomes worthless, and now suddenly we're back at physical painting. Isn't that interesting? So I might start like trying to actually paint in real life. My preferred way is just blobs of full color and then carve out order. Oh, really? I have to line it. I have to draw and line it and then shade it with a pencil. I go pencil with shading. Then I have to line it so there's dark lines. And then I do this. Currently, I've been doing this. Yeah, I saw you do it. And it didn't make sense to me. And then I do this, where I'm like, okay, this should be this color, this should be this color. I'm making sure I'm having low palette, so low variety of palette. Anyway, yeah, I've been going through every single poster. Well, yeah, every movie, and I've been going through like the IMDb and looking at the photos. And I've been saving all the photos and stuff like that. There's a few that obviously pop out at me. The Star Wars ones are an obvious choice, right? Something like this. You're not wrong. I'm trying to be more accurate with my drawings. I've realized that my way is only decent if I have decent knowledge beforehand. And maybe that, I feel like in your books, they are like doing the sketches, right? And then you paint over your sketch. And the good thing about digital art is like I can put my sketch on top of the paint, which you couldn't do in real life, right? In real life, you couldn't do that, but you could go over very slowly, I suppose, and like have a very watery, whatever. Anyway, for the poster for the game art, this is like the obvious choice, something like that. It's one of these, right? Like this is cool. Then there's like what also stood out to me was this one. It's a film called Sahara. I think this artist is the same as the one who did, like, the same as this artist, which was Mad Max, and it was the same as this artist, I think, who did, because I looked it up after Ogre Boger Man recommended it. Yeah, so this looks cool, and I like it a lot. And then this looks cool. Let's be honest, this looks really cool. The actual film is shit, but the poster, this would sell some copies for sure, but it would be a little bit, I don't know. Like that strikes me, right? This definitely gets my attention. And then this one as well. This one is amazing. There's something about this that just, this looks too modern in a way though. Like somehow this is before its time, I don't know, but this looks amazing. Really cool. I was thinking about doing something like this. Obviously there's the Star Wars stuff. And then there's the... these are very similar actually. Tron and Star Wars. In a weird way. And then the Dune is obviously nice, but I don't think... So I'm leaning towards mixing this. Right? With this. But I also kind of want this. Okay. But obviously I haven't decided yet what exactly I'm going to do. But I'm going to have to... yeah, I think I'm going to do the posters next. Like the Steam art and stuff. And you're going to need... there's certain like sizes that you need. But I'm probably going to do a wallpaper anyway. Right? A wallpaper, like a 4K wallpaper. Normal wallpaper size for your desktop. And then I'm probably going to do the poster. I haven't got Steam open. Hang on. Well, Epic does the job, actually. Or Steam. Yeah, so they have this thing anyway. That's like a wallpaper size. But I think that's only if you get sponsored. You only get this wallpaper, right? I can't remember. But that's like a wallpaper size as well. This thing. And then this thing is like a wallpaper size, right? So, but you got to make sure your title is obvious there. Although it's not very obvious there, it's kind of small. But yeah, this is your wallpaper size. It's sort of it's a bit shrunk. It's a bit, the height is smaller than the wallpaper, but it's very close to like the 4K wallpaper size. And then you have this square, which to be honest, you just grab. And then yeah, you've got to do something like this. So there's Yeah, you need your wallpaper size, and then you need your you need this thing, which is annoying. And then yeah, you got this. And actually, I thought there should be a poster size, like that. Wait, that's weird. Isn't there like, didn't it used to be this was bigger? Like a poster, like a movie poster. And now it's not. I swear. Huh. Well, it's this right here, I suppose, is what we're looking at. This bit of art here, that's the poster. Yeah, that's the poster right there. So really you just need 4K. Wallpaper, and then you need the 4K poster, which is, you need one that's vertical and one that's horizontal. Did I do that right? One is vertical and one is horizontal. Thinking of the Steam news updates. But then you have the tiny tiny ones. When you're like searching, like, I don't know, I search for whatever. And there's this tiny thing here that you've got to account for. And for that, your name needs to be big. I don't know. Because otherwise they're not gonna, well, you say that, but you look at like something like this. Yeah. Alright. Anyway, I just finished rebinding. Did I? Have I done it? Deform did hit this for his game as well. Space. J. Confirm. J. Back. Custom. Walk. Eagle. Start battle. Continue. The only issue is that I think that I can't change the keys for like left click and right click. I think I have, I'm not gonna let you, yeah, what? What's after the rebinds? I think I'm done with the options menu for now. There's other things I want to do. I have other ideas. Can you add an option to move the camera without holding click? There was some, to be fair, you could do that in Freelancer, but everybody hate it, and I think you will hate it. Nobody actually used it. But there was an option to do that, but yeah, nobody liked that. I don't see how, like, every game is like that. I suppose so. You're right. Freelancer was weird. Yeah, Freelancer was weird. But yeah, there was the option to do that, so I could add it in. It wouldn't be too hard, right? The only issue is, like, you can't, if you do that, you can't, like, select stuff on the UI. Ran. Hello. You don't use any LLM? For the most part, no. If I have like a maths thing, I do ask it, to be fair. because I'm pretty bad at that. But I don't really use it. They mostly just get it wrong, and you have to redo it, right? Just invert it so you hold shift to move the mouse without moving the camera. Or maybe. Most of the time, I ask it a maths problem. It doesn't even know how to do that. It always gets it wrong. I ended up doing I did the bounce myself in the end. I did the bounce myself, the physics bounce. Where is it? Player, it'd be player ship controller. Bounce. It wrote this really complicated, like I asked how I should go about doing it. It wrote this really crazy and complicated code, and then I was like, mate, this just isn't working. Try to clone sod it. I have not. Anyway, but now you can bounce. And that was an unimpressive bounce right there. I need to adjust that. That was not correct. Interesting. That bounce didn't work out very well. The AI needs a lot of work, like the way it runs away from you all the time and doesn't actually shoot you. It needs a lot of work. Oh, I forgot to add like the damage and stuff when you're bouncing as well. Yeah, that I haven't done the bounce. I thought I did the bounce. I thought I did the bounce, but I didn't do the bounce. God damn it! I'm glad you reminded me, I suppose. So I have to make the bounce. Physics bouncing, bumping. So ends up I didn't do it. We also got to add damage. Bounce. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do another sale on Grandpa's Heroes. It should go on sale in the summer. I know I saw the bounce before. Is this why they call it the demonstration effect? Oh, is that a thing? Like you try to demonstrate something and then it goes wrong? Yeah. It is the summer. There's like a summer sale. Isn't there? There's a summer sale and a winter sale. Despite working before. Yeah. Is this what I want to do right now? Do I want to mess around with this bounce? I can't even remember how it works. Mass. Body mass value divided by 10. Why would I do that? Why would I divide it by 10? I'm sure there's a reason. We have the velocity and the current velocity. We have the mass ratio. Relative velocity, velocity along normal. Bounciness. Bounciness. Data. Bounciness is 25. This is what I was doing. I was testing it against this Corvette. Which also just runs away from you. Okay, that bounce worked, but that's too aggressive, right? Right, I think I understand what might be happening. There needs to be a better curve. So we go back to data. Bounciness. Put that back to 25. I think that's important. I'm going to retest that. It acts differently depending on the ship size, right? So that's why. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good bounce off that ship right there. But when I add a quick load, an enemy heavy fighter or something. Well, no, it was an enemy medium fighter. Then suddenly the bouncing isn't very effective because the masses are the same. So there isn't much bouncing happening, which means why know why? Yeah. I think I have to make sure this doesn't go 0, right? Yeah. But you don't want any giant ships moving. I see. Should be ×1 anyway. Bring that down to 5. And then bring my bounciness up to like 40. And I've been looking at space in 80s sci-fi, and yeah, that's fine. That looked fine. I missed. Yeah, when I get behind them, that is very, like, Star Wars. Oh, he's behind me. Right? That is very Star Wars, to be fair. That is very dogfighty Star Wars, but I want him to turn around eventually. In some way. But he has to get away from a certain distance before he turns around. So there needs to be a time limit on it. That's all. Anyway, there was a bounce there, and I think that's probably fixed it. So I think that works. Now I'm going to go to... I completely blanked on what I'm doing. Oh, I wanted to just, like, adjust that a little bit. Yeah. I'm gonna randomize that number though. Actually. This number right here. Mate, this shit has got so complicated. But it's going to be easier working with this system other than making my own. But I do want to really make my own. I have a really good idea on how to do the AI. And to make them more... But I think I'll make my AI for the very, like, elite of the elite. Is what I'll do. Well, that was cool. Okay, that one change absolutely did the job. I think. He might even be a challenge to fight now. Oh, oh yeah, that made a huge difference. Or maybe not. He's still, you know, having trouble turning at me. Yeah. Hmm. You know what you need to get rid of? This right here. Although that is tied to aggression. If range greater than aggression. Times 2. Oh, thank you, Psyche Dua. Thank you, mate. It's very kind. Oh, I shouldn't be messing with the AI right now, should I? I shouldn't be messing with the NPCs. I should be messing with the bounce damage, which is pretty easy. I can add some bounce damage. It's just going to be a little bit of bounce damage to make it make sense, right? So I go to screen input. I was just thinking about how there should probably be some sort of kamikaze mechanic. But did you make a separate Steam account? Publish the Grandpa's Heroes. I just use my normal, which I don't think is the right thing to do. I think you should probably make another Steam account, but I couldn't be. I just used my Steam account. What was I doing? I was doing something about I need to go to playership control. We need to add some damage to this. So all I need to do is player body take damage. Damage amount is well, we could have a variable amount depending on the bounce velocity, right? Bounce velocity dot length, maybe. I wonder what that number is going to be. Bounce velocity dot length. Bounce velocity dot length. I don't actually know what that number would be though. Print bounce velocity length. I know that's an array, isn't it? And then hit position. There's. I think I can get it. I can get collision. I get collision dot position, right? Get position 0, I guess. And then received. Oh, closing doesn't have a counterpart. Okay, and then the last one is hit normal, collision, get normal. Okay. Two nerdy nerds, hello mate. We must have a cartoon bounce sound. That is a good... There should be a particular sound. I'm hoping that I just explode as soon as I bounce. That would be funny. Your game is looking better and better by the day, by the way. Okay, yeah, it was a lot of vector 3.length callable. Oh, there's a lot of damage. I think. Let's have a look. I'm surprised that didn't break. Okay. That was 0 damage. Zero damage. I feel like that doesn't make sense. Also, I realize that I need to do the same thing for the NPCs, right? Which is annoying. Bounce velocity length was 0. There should definitely be a sound effect as well. But I bounced. Oh, you dumb bitch. There we go. Of course it was 0. Take the length of the velocity. Just you said it. You said it. It would be cool if you could kamikaze, to be fair. It would be cool. Okay. $250 damage. It looked like I bounced a lot as well. It should have just been one bounce. Oh, I can't believe the bounce doesn't work. I thought I had this working. $420. Anyway, this clearly needs to be divided by 10. But maybe. Feels like it didn't bounce very much. That was okay. That felt good. Okay, it's killing me. That felt fine. Okay. What about if I bounce against this thing? It happened, right? I took damage, but there was no sound effect. Is there really no sound effects when I get hit? Did I not include that? Hit. Shield hit effect. Oh, I stopped using the animation player, didn't I? That's why I'm not getting sound effects when I get hit. Ask the developer to add some sounds. I've been messing with this max polyphony stuff as well. I did get it working. Max polyphony. Polyphonic. So what happens is you can use one audio player to play all of your sounds. But it's gonna take major work to get it to work. But the hope is, and also it doesn't quite work properly. Like, it doesn't quite act the same as a normal audio stream player 3D. Like, it doesn't do the same sort of attenuation, I guess. I mean, it does it to some extent, but it's different. It sounds different. Anyway, the idea would be you would use this audio stream playback polyphonic, and you would you just have one audio player per ship, and then there is a attenuation model in the setting. Is that it? It was just something about like the way it sounded different. I can't remember. I have to try again. Exactly, but it's like a different way to play your sounds. Because if I was able to do that and have one audio player per ship, instead of having like an audio player for the shield hit effect, and audio player for the engine sound, an audio player for the gun sounds, right? You just have one audio player node, but it plays all of the sounds, and that would cut down on performance a lot, right? So I think I'm gonna have to give that a go. But for now, what I need to do is make sure this plays when I get hit. So how do I do that? It would be like hit component, hitbox component, which I don't need anymore, but whatever. This component's getting cut. Audio manager auto load. Let me find it. Simplifies some of those things. Yeah, the problem is you don't get the 3D-ness, right? I have the audio here for things like UI, and like this is going to be for your music and like random sound, like there are sounds here that can be, don't have to be 3D, that I can put here. But to be honest, now I know about the polyphonic thing, this can just be one node. This could just be one node if I wanted it to be, which is cool. Yeah. What was I doing? The thing has to play the sound effect when I get hit. Hitbox component. Whole component take damage. Full visual effect in parent body. Whole hit effects. Effects. Set process mode. Particle restart. Yeah, because I didn't want to use the animation player anymore. Because I have an animation player here, right? To do the effect. And this would play the sound. But the problem was, it was the restart, making it the particle restart instead was more reliable on getting it to happen fast. So I need to like hard code. So I need this shield hit effect to know about the randomized audio player, which it does. And I can go, so I can go to my hitbox component. For particle and GPU particles in particles, particle restart. If effect dot randomized audio player, effect randomized audio player, play random sound. Why is that one so complicated and that one's not? I don't know. Okay, let's test it. To be honest, I don't even hear it there. So if this is at 0, it doesn't care, right? I had it like set up with data in some way. Didn't I? No, that was for the weapon sounds. I actually do want a max distance on this. Like 500 is. I think the unit size can stay 10. And then base volume. It's way too quiet. Hull hit effect. 500. Okay. I can't even hear the... I think I've got things balanced wrong because my ambience audio was too high. Right, Oh no, I know why everything sounds quiet. Hang on. But yeah, this should be at like -12. I know exactly why everything sounds quiet. Because I did this. Let's put this all back. And put that master at like here. Okay. Volume slider, yeah. Thank you. Oh yeah, I can hear that now. I can hear that, oh, yeah. That's pretty loud. Might be too loud for the stream actually, but I don't know. Oh yeah, I can hear that now. That bounce wasn't good enough, was it? There should have been a bounce. There was no bounce. We didn't move. We didn't move apart when we hit each other. Mate. I'm gonna increase my bounciness to like 80. Yeah. Might have to change the damage though. Okay, we bounced. We bounced a lot. Bounced too much from that. So what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna put this down to 2 max. What did I just do? Two max here. Top of the morning to you, mate. Interesting. I'm so annoyed that this bouncing isn't working properly. This is an underwhelming bounce. True. There's something going wrong there where it wasn't bouncing. Work meetings. See you later, mate. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Which of the Middle River? What is this? I clicked the wrong one. I'm also going to change the movement. Studying. I'm doing well, I'm just... That guy exploded. I missed somehow. The colliders didn't collide. Right. Classic. Stop shooting me. Oh, that bounce is so underwhelming. Okay, let's think. Let's not think. I need to go have a break. And while I break, it will come to me what I need to do. I probably just need to adjust numbers and things, right? Until it looks correct. Alright, I'll be right back. Airing out is all you need. Airing out. Let's stare at the code until the solution presents itself. If I just look at the code, sometimes it happens, right? I might have to redo it. I might have to redo all of this. It's not working like I want it to work. Let's see a technique. I might remove the opposing velocity stuff. The velocity stuff is getting in the way, I think. I simplify it down to just mass. Look hard enough and it'll come to you. Yeah. So the idea is that I have a mass and I have a velocity. The faster you're going when you hit something, the more you bounce, right? That makes sense. But it's like messing with stuff. Especially when I'm starting to do velocity along normal. So the idea there was if I'm you know, behind you, then I probably shouldn't bounce very much. If we're going in the same direction, right? Which makes sense. Um, but yeah, this stuff is having too much of an effect right here. Velocity along normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to divide that by 2. And that's less of an effect. That's going to be less. That's going to annoy me a lot less if I do that. It's going to make a bit more sense, I think. I should probably start printing these numbers as well. And then I have the mass ratio here. I put a minimum mass ratio of 0.1 and a maximum of 5. And this is like, so if I'm a big ship and I hit a small ship, then I shouldn't bounce very much, but the little ship should bounce a lot, right? And vice versa. So, well, I'm trying to bring that back to 5 where it was earlier, actually. And I'm literally, there is a bounce. There is a bounce. Oh, it would be player, body, global position, bounce. There is a bounce function, right, which gets you something. It returns something, but it wasn't looking right, so I was just doing direction 2 instead. Returns vector bounced off from a plane defined by a given normal. Which sounds correct, right? But I don't know. It wasn't working correctly. So I'm going to just see what I've done, I suppose. Choose bigger ships so that I can easily hit. And these are of the same mass. Both these ships have the same mass. Okay, that looked good right there. I like that bounce. That was a good bounce. Iconic Games, hello. That was a good bounce. I like that bounce. That was a good bounce. That was an awkward bounce. There was some weirdness there, but it was acceptable. I think this is looking fine. Yeah. Wow, so many people active in your chat, Hyponic Games. Thank you for the raid. I will follow you back. Let's have a look what you're doing. So play a game. Looks better with the divide by 2, yeah. Are you there? Oh, I remember playing your game. I remember playing your game. Did I not follow you? I'm sorry about that. Should I play this? This one? Not. Don't play that one. How about hypnagogic? Navigate both the dream and the waking states to reach the end. Look up. I like this menu though. Like, I like that it's not just the normal whatever. It's like a nice radial menu like that. I like that a lot. And I like that this is clearly set in a way so, you know, you have the longest word at the top and the shortest word at the bottom. That's really nice. The radial jam. Interesting. Grapple. So this stays here. I can jump. I can jump quite high. I can stay on the wall. What were the controls? Aim abilities WSD. Move left and right. Change between walking and sleeping. Usability. Control. Oh, here we go. I'm expecting to click, but it sounds like you don't click. You aim ability with WSD. Change between walking and sleeping. Q. E. Oh. Aiming is based on the direction A and D. What just happened? What? I think it crashed my browser, or no, I pressed Control W, didn't I? And that would close the window. Yeah, that would close the window, wouldn't it? Hang on. I didn't consider that when building it. But it wouldn't be a problem if you downloaded it, right? So the grapple. Okay, so I choose my direction. Okay. I can't do it, mate. I can't do it. Head right. And then I could grapple across here, right? Okay, I'm holding it down. Jump across. Oh. I'm like sticky. I'm like sticky, aren't I? Okay. Jump in mid-world, change to the other world. Oh my god. There's definitely some interesting ideas. Yeah. Right, so jump, change. Oh look, it's like not there or something. I see. Ah. Oh, I see. Oh, this is a rigid body. Alright, let's just see if I can do the jump. And then that's probably it. Nope, it's all worked. And then I guess I grapple. So I press W and D and then press it grapple. Ah. I can't get a hang of the controls, so maybe it's better with the joystick actually. It might be better with the controller. It's interesting though. I definitely like swapping between worlds and things. That looks cool. And the way I have to like, I can see there's something there where you can sort of there's a puzzle. Never truly got the hang of it. Alright. So that was a good distraction though. So this current setup is working when I am against another ship of the same size. It seems to be working correctly. Right. And then if I try to bounce against a Corvette, right, something that's bigger than me, I should bounce off of it. Okay, that was fine. As long as I'm bouncing off of it. There's some bit of a weirdness there. There's a bit of weirdness there. I bounced to hit that one, but it was, yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, there's some weirdness here. That's not working correctly. That's annoying. Because our mass would be 1. It might be a matter of this, right? To make sure that's all one number that times this. Instead of this, might be timesing that. Let me just check that. I think that'd be one number there, timesing this number. I return IDC slacking on the bounce issue. Yeah, the bouncing. It's difficult. Making your own physics or whatever, like fake physics. And of course this isn't correct. It would be so much easier if I could just use a rigid body. That looked okay. Right there, that looked okay. I try... Yeah, that looks okay. Okay. That looks okay. That looks okay. Okay. I think I fixed it. I think there was an issue with the... Yeah, that looks good right there. That looks really good. That looks good. Okay, I fixed it. Oof. You could probably mess around with that without like adjusting little numbers, but I really don't want to. Adjusting this number, adjusting this number, adjusting this one. There's so many numbers here that you could export all these numbers, I guess, somewhere and just mess with them until it looks perfect. Also, there's the idea that you probably shouldn't be bouncing sometimes, like, I don't know. Like, is the bounce realistic? We don't do applied physics, we do games. I wish I did know a little bit of physics though. It might be good to do something. Anyway, I think I'm happy. So I added damage to bounce. Make movement perfect. Redo all of the AI movement. Yeah, that's still a stretch goal for me, but it's going to be a lot of work. MP missile didn't work on the player. Speed effect, so when moving faster, more motion blur. Also, I have been thinking about despite the fact that it wouldn't be the same as Freelancer, I've been thinking about changing the acceleration and top speed to work more like a car. So you accelerate up to like 80, then but your top speed is like 90. So there's like a the acceleration should be a curve, like what do you call it? Hitbox doesn't count for rotation. Should I be scared? Hitbox shouldn't account for rotation. Obsidian. Hello, Lydia Radia. Thanks for the hanging out. Did you come from Hypnotic Games? I don't know. So you accelerate up to like, but the top speed, acceleration should be a curve. Also, when going fast, the turn rate is lower. I want to try that out and see what it is like. So because I have a vague ambition of making like a racing mode where you you race on a course. So but in order to do that, the movement needs to be, you need turning to be slower, faster when you're slower, and you need this acceleration curve. So I think about doing that. But I don't know if it'll ruin the game or not. It probably won't. I think it might be good. But yeah, EMP missiles don't work on the player. Let's see. Load a enemy medium fighter, I think. I think that's the one. Let me just double check. There might be just a problem in the resources, to be honest. Medium fighter is using an EMP missile, and it has intrinsic afflictions EMP effect. Why don't I think? I feel like I did change something. I feel like I commented something out sometime. Might have done that actually. That's why it doesn't work. Handle collision. Weapon inflictor effects. Oh, so it is giving you that. So technical effect, hit effect, which would then go to the player. No, it would go to the spaceship body. If afflictions is greater than 0, print afflictions. Intrinsic afflictions. Weapon. Initialize weapon. I feel like I definitely did something with the afflictions at some point. Like I turned them off or something, or did something weird. Like update projectiles, right? Update projectiles. Yeah. Maybe I wasn't setting them. Is it done? Thanks, Ego Bagel Man. Yeah, maybe. How did it miss? God damn it. I gotta improve that. I'm never going to be able to test this at this rate. Why don't I just play as the enemy? Why don't I just play it as the enemy? Character load. Enemy medium fighter. Bruh.
Bruh.
See. Yes. Okay, so we got the resource. What am I doing? I hit, right? I want to go to remote, I want to go to system, I want to go to ships, I want to go to enemy team, I want to go to enemy fighter, I want to go to effects component, I want to go to current effects and see that there's nothing in there. So I want to go to hitbox component, which shouldn't exist anymore, but it does anyway because I'm lazy. Shield should protect you from afflictions. I think that makes sense. Oh, does that make sense? I don't know. I guess let's make sure it works. God, that's loud. What's the point if they never hit? I need to make the missiles way more accurate. There you go. And it did get the affliction. Okay. Okay. So it is working. It's working completely fine. It's just... Should I do this? Should shield protect you from afflictions? I think that makes sense. I suppose so. It does make sense. I'm just upset with the missiles always missing. Like every missile, every missile is like so inaccurate. It's really annoying. So I'm gonna change that real quick. How do I do that? I go to equipment. I go to weapons. I go to missile. I've got the missile, which doesn't have any tracking. We have EMP missile, which I've just improved the tracking, but it wasn't good enough. So I'm going to lower this to 50 and lower this to 5. Well, its tracking value has to go up. Oh yeah. So put that at 10, 50. And speed can be slow. I didn't hear anything. When it fired off, I didn't hear anything as well. Then we have normal missile, track value 12. Okay, so that's good. But I'm going to remove that down to 50. Torpedo doesn't have any tracking, that's fine. Tracking missile should have a lot of tracking. Oh, that's squared. Min tracking range squared. Really? I didn't realize that. So this is actually way more than I thought. So I really want 50 times 2. 50 times 2. That's clearly... And then tracking missile, you wanted 20 something. Or like 10 times 2. What's that gonna feel like? Tracking is a hard parameter to balance. Long time Eve player. Oh really? Eve. Yeah, the difficulty is I want you to be able to dodge missiles, but I also want you to be able to hit with missiles, right? I want it to feel like, oh, I dodged that missile, and I dodged the missile. It wasn't just luck or something, right? So, and you do that by what I'm doing. The system I have at the moment, okay, it has a tracking value, and it's that's how much it turns towards its target. But then it gets in within a certain distance. So for this would be 10 meters. Or yeah, for this would be 25. Is that 50 times? That's 50 within 50 meters, and then if it gets within 50 meters of the ship, it stops tracking. Which, to be honest, that sounds like too much. 50 meters of the ship, and then it stops tracking. Also, we're not taking account of the ship's size. What if the size of the ship is bigger? A dodge button. No, you have to dodge yourself. Exactly what I mean. You take like 70% less damage or something depending on the tracking. And Eve tracking is affected by velocity, angular velocity, traversal speed, and ship size. So to be honest, 50 meters does sound like a lot. Actually, the more I think about it. But most ships are around 20 meters big. So if you stop tracking at 20 meters, 20 by 2, 400. Let's try that. Like, the missiles should definitely miss sometimes, but sometimes hit. Maybe there's a randomizer. I should add randomization to it or something. There's a chance that you stop tracking instead of it always stops tracking within a certain distance. There's a chance that it stops tracking. You know? See that missed right there? Because it stopped, it got within a distance, and then that hit me there. That hit. That missed. Problem is, it would be a chance every frame, right? See that hit. That missed. It'd be chance every frame. I think that would be a big improvement though, because at the moment they are very unreliable. But you also want them to be unreliable, but I don't know. You want it to feel as though I dodged the missile because of my skill, not because of whatever. Let's see. Move with tracking. Here we go. Distance is greater than tracking range. Just do that. Just if it's within tracking range, then just do that, and then. So that's max distance, right? And then this is min distance right here. Target. No. Yeah. So we do this. Problem is, this is happening every physics frame. So I might want to do like every other physics frame or something like that. All my missiles are always unreliable. When the player fires them off, but the AI fires them, they seem to be 100% accurate all the time. If randef If engine get physics frames modulo 2 equals 0. If round F see, maybe there should be like a score to this, right? Like it has something to do with tracking value. Tracking value. I use tracking value to like do this extra check. So randf range, if tracking value randf is, if I divide my tracking value by 100, tracking value divided by 100, that should give me like, you know, that should give me like, let's say my tracking value is 12, then that will give me 0.12, right? I can't maths today. 12 divided by 100. And then if my randf is less than my tracking value, no, because this number is better when bigger. This number is better when bigger, so this number is better when bigger. 30 is better than 12. Oh, yeah, sure. Which of the middle? Drop a link for mechanics of missiles. This number is bigger. I can't math right now. My brain isn't mathing. I'm terrible at maths. This is ridiculous. Well, we all know Eve is a ridiculous game. It's funny that they give you the maths. Yeah, they got skill levels and stuff though, haven't they? They got all these stats and things. It's more of a stat game than like a... Mine is a bit more like a simulation and stuff. Oh, there's a maths here. Signature of radius. The bigger the better. Velocity, the smaller the better. That makes sense. That does make sense. Okay, the velocity of the target should be taken into account, I suppose. But that should be taken, like, that should be a natural. I shouldn't have to, like, put this into any sort of calculation, you know? This is like a... Like, mine is a simulation. Like, mine is, like, the things are actually happening. Instead of the, like, this is like... I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. This is a math calculation to simulate a missile hitting a ship, right? Or not hitting a ship. But in my game, the missile actually has a raycast, right? And it actually like hits stuff. And that's in front of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. But this is interesting though. explosion velocity, explosion radius. And look at this. I would never know what that means. That would be confusing. Anyway, what I want to do is my tracking value is like bigger is better. 30 equals 0.3, right? So what you want is a way to randomize, and it's better if you're below this number. So you actually want this. So randef range, if randef range is like that. Yeah. So this should be like that. Because this number would be rand is a number between 0 and 1, right? So it was randomized every couple frames, and if it's bigger, then we lose the tracking. But that seems a little bit too aggressive. Right, that does seem like that's going to happen all the time. If the tracking value is 12, if I divide by 50 instead, then I would get a number like 24, right? And 60. And I think that would probably be better. Yeah. No, yeah, I understand. Yeah. And the fact that the community knows about this, like they have to know their math and stuff, that's funny. All right. I think this makes sense, what I just did. Well, that was certainly more reliable right there. But is it too reliable now? Oh, it's hitting every time now. Also, I don't like this explosion. By the way, that particular explosion there, it's hitting every time now. Oh, it missed that time. How did humans ever figure this stuff out? True, and it missed that time too. It missed me that time. Missed that time. Yeah. Hit that time. That doesn't seem... That explosion is ugly. That is an ugly explosion right there. I need to fix that immediately. Blue. Medium explosion. That one looks okay. Right, that was not too bad. Blue. Medium explosion. It's kind of weird how it attaches to the ship, but that looked better than not attaching it to the ship. I have to think about it. There's this one, which looks fine. And there's blue explosion 3. Oh, there's 5 different types. This one that looks okay, I think, right? That one looks okay. do explosion 4. We were very unlucky about getting the same explosion over again. Yeah, this one, the green one. This one right here. This does not look good. Is that this? Yeah. Firstly, like, that's sticking around for too long. These things don't come around short enough, I think. There's a weird step to that. Then I need to change the color of this. And I think I will I will be changing all of these explosions anyway at some point to be more 80s. What that means yet, I don't know. But they need to be more 80s. I don't like that. I don't know. Maybe it would be okay if it swirled around. What if it swirled around? What if you had an angle curve? Doesn't it need to be like that? Yeah. '80s vibe. Oh, I just don't like that. Let's change the particle. If I could just pay Ogre Boga Man to make my explosions, that's what I would do. Because I feel like I'm just terrible at this stuff. If I knew how to use Godot, I would. It should probably, I think, the curve. Oh yeah, yeah. Like that. Alpha curve. There's a weird, like, cutoff to it, isn't there? That's strange. It doesn't fade out for some reason. Not. You could make the initial hit explosion not follow the ship. And have a smoke fire trail that follows the ship. Then another final explosion of the ship explosion. I can definitely try the non-attaching, because I was attaching the explosion to the ship because it looked weird. I could try not doing that anymore. I'm not sure if that's what you're saying. Why is it snapping? It feels like the alpha curve isn't working. Is what it feels like. It does work. There is an alpha there. Going under the... Oh no, hang on. I wanted to do it here. Maybe this would help if I put a gradient here that was like bright white. And then a gradient is down to nothing. I guess that might help. Even though it shouldn't. That might be looking better, I'm not sure. It might also be better if the missiles don't always kill the ship, so there's always an explosion, but the ship might not explode. I don't know what you mean. The missiles aren't one-hit kill. That's what you mean, but I don't think you mean that. I think you mean that you could have like drifting ships that were dead and just on fire. Hello, Bogan. Hello, mate. And which might be cool actually, because I do want some sort of mechanic for you to be able to board ships in the future, right? So like being able to disable a ship is something I need to think about. I think I'm just going to do like the most basic flash. Maybe not. I was also gonna give it a go doing the shockwave stuff again. That's a bit better. I mean, for the explosion, there is 2 parts that explode and the missile ships fuel or something. Right. Yeah, I do have 2 explosions when you die. That's what you mean. I do have that. But yeah, like a cook-off would be cool. Yeah, like have you ever seen a like a tank explode or whatever, and they have a cook-off? It goes. Yeah, that would be really cool, actually. And then it burns out, and there's like a dead husk there. That'd be awesome. I was gonna... Did I say hello to you, Bogan? I don't know. Did I? I can't remember. I apologize if I didn't say hello. I wasn't ignoring you. 5. What's this one look like? That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. And then, oh yeah, I was gonna try the shockwave effect, which I don't remember how to do this. Right. It would be this one, I think. Shock wave. .5. Sure, mate. I'd love to see them. You can put them on Discord, or it looks very impressive. Process material. Yeah, that's all fine. And then draw pass. I'll be changing this to a shader material. Load. There should be something called like a shock wave. There we go. Tint color. Noise texture. I'm assuming it has to be seamless. Maybe it doesn't. I think I need a sphere. Unfortunately. Make sure that's low poly. It could be a hemisphere as well. No, it can't. Can't really tell. Okay, let's just see what it looks like. Send them into the DMs. The DMs. Very nice. Yeah, really cool. Is this gonna be a spaceship game as well? Very realistic and everything, isn't it? Really cool. Very liminal, isn't it? That could be good. I can't really tell yet. I can't really tell. And last time I tried to use this, it did lag. So... Let's see how it goes though. Put them in all of these. So turn off this wave. Don't know. Don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. Paste. Paste. Alright, let's see what happens. For a tutorial. I mean, I don't think it even added anything really. I want to change the explosions anyway. I don't like them at the moment. I want them to be simpler. Yeah, I don't think it added anything. I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's meant to distort the stuff behind it, but I think I should use a different shader. And I also think it's going to be laggy. The missiles are still a little bit too inaccurate, for sure. Where was I messing with that? I was messing with that... What am I doing right now? I'm just messing around with random shit. Change this number to like... We could change this number. So it happens left often, and also lower this number. So that becomes a 9. If you have 30, that becomes 90. I should probably clamp this between 0.1. No, wait. Yeah. 0.1 and 0.9. Five. Yeah. Oh. Ugh. Anyway. Speed camera effects, so when going faster... Anyway, I might stop now and just do art for the rest of the day. I gotta be honest. I did this, which is the most important thing. Oh, I already did that. There you go. There are other things I want to do with the options. There are more options that I think I could give the player. I don't think I'm going to do the mouse movement thing. That sounds great. I'm gonna iced coffee with some music. Let's see. Wallpaper, right? Is that correct? Is that 4K? What's 4K? I feel like that's incorrect. Display settings. It's 3840 by 2160. 3840 by 2160. 3840. 3840. 3840 by 2160. Do I resave that? How do I resave that? Save. There you go. Okay. So this is the wallpaper size. And you could do 8K, but it would become ridiculous. We can't do 8K anymore, or you could do a little bit higher. You design all of your cool ships. Oh, thank you. Very kind. Actually, yeah, I do. I have a new ship actually, but I haven't added it in the game yet. This one's the new ship. I wanted there to be 5 ships, 5 player ships, at the start of the game. For when I do go into early access, I guess. That's what I want, I think. Do 5 ships and then slowly add more and more different ships. So this is going to be another medium fighter. So this one is called the Hawk, which is a medium fighter. And then this one's going to be called maybe the Kite or the Falcon or something like that. Like a medium sort of eagle. And then this is the actual eagle there. That's an eagle, I think. Right, and then this one was this is the bomber. It's called the Raven. And then this is an enemy ship. It's one of the enemy ships, which have a more like, they have a less bird-like design. They have a more, I was trying to do something more like fish-like or reptilian, or like they have these sort of catfish kind of things on them. And this one is called the Kestrel, and this one actually turned out the best in game. It looks the best, which is weird. So the little light fighter. And it's all vertex colors, so there's no textures or anything like that. And you so they're going to be super cheap in game. It's just all shaders and stuff. I just want to, I'm not going to do, I love the small praise on the front. Also the fact that together they all look like a swarm. The small praise. Maybe that was a typo. I'm not going to do this on stream, but I wanted to like, because I like to relax, and if I stream then it's not as relaxing. But I just there's a general idea I've got at the moment. So over here, oh, I've got this. You could have a face. Then hair. If it's a woman, and the hair comes round. And over here, and then over here, Hmm. I think this goes away. I think I know exactly what I would do for the poster size. be honest, I should probably look at some other games first. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. You need to channel. You can't just copy other things. This might be okay. It all depends on the colors. I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyway, I will think about this. Let's save as oils wallpaper. Right, that's what I need to do right now. And I think that I will call it for today. I'm going to have a break and then I'm going to keep on doing my game dev, well, my art. I think I will end up looking at some references and things. Right? Probably. Raid Rents Brother. This is so good. It's just like a really budget 80s film, but mate, that would sell some copies right there. And then this was also really good. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching today. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow probably. I hope you all have a fantastic day and I'll see you. Bye bye.